Alright, we got a garage crack here. Goes the full length of the garage. This is a basic joint seam. You see the crack here, goes here, and then it staggers over there. But this is a common repair in garages. Garages get hot, they don't have AC. There's a lot of stress points with the garage door going up and down, causes a lot of stress in the ceiling. So you're always going to get stress cracks in a ceiling. It's a common job. Your best bet, if you do have stress cracks, just maintain them. Sometimes it's easier just to fix the cracks as you see them than wait until every joint cracks out. I see some of them where it's basically, you can see the layout of all the drywall. Yeah, it's starting to get hot. And then kick it up a notch. 10 feet down, another 100,000 to go. Papers, fuzzies. This is the worst. Already sweating. Hot garage. It's gonna be one of those days. Be like an hour of torture, tedious torture. always fix the cracks before you repaint. This is what happens when you put fresh paint over stress cracks. Then when you try to repair them, oh my goodness. Whatever. Price of doing things correctly always involves more work, and who wants to do extra work? Sometimes you get lucky. Alright, finish this foot, and then it looks like I have another 8 foot to go. Yeah. But you got the idea. I'm not going to waste time boring you doing this extra 5-6 feet. But we got all the tape seam dug out. Starting to get hot in here. I'm sweating. Of course, people want to work on the garages. It's July 31st. I'm in Phoenix, Arizona. The hottest place probably to be right now on July 31st. Well, it is what it is. I got to make a living. So I'm going to hurry up now. Not going to bother you with the rest of this. Our next step, we're going to go through and we're going to put some screws on the trusses. I'm going to put a screw there, screw there, screw there, every truss on each side of the joint tape. But yeah, that's a proper step. You want to dig out all this paper tape, original paper tape. Of course, if the area has been repaired before, they probably use a fiberglass mesh tape. That you would have to dig out, try to use a V-notch razor blade to cut that open, get that old tape out of there if possible. This original paper tape will come out. It takes a little bit of elbow grease, of course a 6-inch knife, and just keep working at it. It is tedious. This one's a little more tedious because you can tell they have fresh paint here, old paint over there. So they decided to paint this and then they changed their mind about fixing the repair after they painted it. So always fix your drywall before you paint so it's not stuck on there. So I had to break that seal from the paint to get to that paper. But we got it all dug out. I'm going to finish up this and then we're going to continue on the video by adding screws, tighten it up, then we're going to go through and put a fiberglass mesh tape here, and then we're going to mud, coat, touch it up, and then we're going to go through and put screws in this. I have plenty of screws. These are 2-inch coarse drywall screws. Standard screws are 1.25" or 1.5" to use on 1/2-inch sheetrock. This is a garage. They use fire rated sheetrock, 5/8 sheetrock. So 5/8 sheetrock, of course, you're going to have to use longer screws. 1 5/8 screws or 2-inch screws. So I'm opting for the longer screws, the 2-inch screws. That's the problem. Guys will use the standard 1 1/4 and they don't catch. They just barely go through the sheetrock, barely hit the stud. These ones will go in the sheetrock, 5/8, and then you got another 3/4 of an inch that actually go into the trusses. So you want to tighten this up. Kind of like here, I already started over here. Screw on each side. Some guys like to add a couple more, that's fine. But any screw you add into the outside field, you're going to have to fill in and texture. I like to do 1 or 2 on each side of the sheet. Every trusses usually run every 16 or 24 on center if it was framed out correctly. Of course, nothing's framed out correctly. I already got this area done. I put screws in it. I'm using a fiberglass mesh tape that fits in the groove. Right here, there's a fracture on the drywall, so I had to double tape it. But we're just going to proceed here. I'm also going to use my impact driver since I have to set longer screws instead of my regular screw gun. Either or will work, but we're just going to go through and put these 2-inch screws on each side. Tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up, tighten it up. Go through at least a couple dozen screws here. So now we got the tape dug out, all the original paper tape. You can see this is the original paper tape. They held up this long, 20, 30 years, but eventually it's going to fail. They just use this paper tape because they use it in a bazooka taping tool that dispenses this tape on when they're doing big houses, hundreds of sheets of drywall. They use paper tape. But in the repair world, we use fiberglass mesh tape. There's several types. I have this type. I have a heavy duty type. Other guys like to use fiber fuse, whatever. Anything is better than paper tape. Other people will always disagree. Everybody has their own opinion, but this is what I use. I like this one in the garage because it has more holes so the material will get in. Some guys like to even pre-fill this and then put on the fiberglass mesh tape. There's no right or wrong way. The most important thing here is that we dug out the old tape and we're putting in screws. That's what's important here. If you just put tape over the crack, it's going to crack out again. But yeah, alright, I can already see a stud right here. Sometimes you can see the nails poking out here, so it's an easy indicator that there's a truss running this way. If not, you can use nail finder, stud finder. Some guys like to push up on the drywall, and then you'll see where it doesn't push up to find the stud. Some guys like to put a knife in there. There's 100 different ways to find the stud. Your goal is to find it and put a screw. See, that one I didn't catch, so obviously you got to kick it over. I'm using 2-inch screws in. Like I said, you could take 2 or 3 outwards. If you miss it, just back your screw out. We're just barely making that recess. Just follow along. Now you just continue on, adding screws to each side. Got 2 on this side, now we're going on the other side of the joint. This is basically 1 sheet of drywall, this is the next. So you want to tighten up both sides of the joint. That's good. Since I'm on a ladder, I'm going to do everything as I move along. I have my 6-inch knife. Scrape the area. If your screws weren't set in deep enough, you would hit that head. You'd have to counter sink it. I like to scrape everything. You could do the fiberglass right over this. It does stick. No problem. But sometimes I like to use this. This is an optional product. It's just a corner bead drywall adhesive. Sometimes I just like to spray a little. I don't need a lot. I'm not sitting there soaking it. I'm just tacking the tape up because even though it's sticky, I don't want it to fall down. I'm going to go mix up my mud and then all the tape falls down. I have to stop what I'm doing, tack the tape up. It's so frustrating. Especially overhead drywall. I just use a spray glue. It saves me more time. So it's worth me to use. Move along. Fiberglass, any deep gouges, you like to maybe double glass it. Any gaps in there, if I could fit my finger in the gap of the drywall, you're going to need to pre-fill it beforehand. But I don't like to put too much tape because I like the mud to get inside these grooves of the fiberglass mesh tape. But we're going to move along here. Continue on. Next stud. Some guys even do the knocking. I could see right there because there's kind of a hump right there. So I can tell there's a stud right here. Some guys like to mark it. Some guys like to take the extra time. As me, I eyeball it because I stare at ceilings every day so I can kind of see where everything is. Missed it, so I'm not that great. Kick it over to the left, kick it over to the right. Reevaluate. that one tightened up really good, and it popped the other nails, so I know this definitely needs to be tightened up. If it's loose like that and tightened up a lot, and there's some movement, I like to add extra screws. That showed me there's a loose spot in the drywall, the sheetrock area, so we're going to tighten it up. I'm going to add an extra one. I'm going to take it out a good foot or two. Take it out another foot or two. Tighten up. If this was really loose, I would have to tighten up the whole sheetrock, but I had plenty. I like to scrape everything. So you can see the nail head are up. Go through, like I said, scrape everything. Any loose stuff. I'm going to go through as I'm moving along here with the fiberglass mesh tape and the ladder. I'm just going to get everything ready. Little spray glue goes a long ways. Like I said, this is an optional product. If you do like a fiber fuse, you're going to have to put mud on first and then put your tape. That's why I don't use fiber fuses, because I have to mix material, put the tape on, let it set up, coat over it, let it set up. So I use fiberglass for a lot of these repairs. Fiber fuse is good, but there's a place for everything. Move along here. I'm going to go another 2 foot. I literally see dimples right here. That tells me the nails are popped. Dimple, dimple, dimple. That's basically the screw heads here. Use my screw gun. Look for those dimples again. I see it right here. Missed it. Kick it over. Oh yeah, that really moved. Tightened up. So I'm going to put a lot of screws in this area. Same thing here. If your sheetrock moves and is loose, you're going to have to add more screws than usual, just to tighten it up. Peace of mind. You don't want to do all this work and it cracks out because you didn't add a couple extra screws here and there. 2-inch coarse drywall screws is what I'm using. I think it's a number 6 Phillips head. I could be wrong, but I'm just trying to go off memory here. Alright, same thing here. 6-inch knife. Straight, move along. Anything I missed, gaps, loose paper, just get all that stuff out. Anything you obviously see that don't look right, just address it. We're basically doing all this work now just to mud over it, so it's easier to address everything you see now. Like I said, this is an optional product. I'm just using it to hold the tape in place until I can get mud mixed up. I like to overlap, also here, overlap. Move along, move along. Area I missed, no big deal. I'm going back on everything so I can double check anything I missed. I like to move the ladder just a few times, address everything I see, so I'm not moving the ladder back and forth, back and forth. It gets tedious. I see a nail head right here. Same thing here. Let's try to put some screws here. Missed it. Kick it over. Pretty accurate. Miss it, just move it over to the left or the right until you catch your stud. If you want to be accurate, you can go ahead and mark all your studs with the pencil and spend an extra hour doing that. 2-inch screws, add more. I'm adding a lot more in this last few feet because the sheetrock here is obviously loose.